Welcome to a new episode of SEM Connects Virtually.
This week, Liz and I will be talking with Jane Slaff, Liz Frassini, and Ann Liu from the College Counseling Office.
Don't forget that this Friday is your last chance to register for the SEM Fun Virtual 5K, which is taking place September 19th and 20th. You can visit our Facebook page to find the link to register. We hope you'll join us.
Now on to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today. Can we start with introductions? So your position in the College Counseling Office and how long you've been working at SEM. Jane, can you get us started?
Sure. Hi, I'm Jane Slaff, and I'm the Director of College Counseling, and I'm starting my 35th year at Wyoming Seminary.
Liz?
Hi, I'm Liz Frassini. I'm Associate Director of College Counseling and also the Test Coordinator at Wyoming Seminary, and this is my 11th year at Wyoming Seminary.
And Ann?
Hi, I'm Ann Liu. I'm an Associate Director of College Counseling, and I think this is my 26th year at Wyoming Seminary.
All right, so we have a lot of experience between the three of you, so that's great. So our first question has to do with last spring. Obviously, it was a very challenging time for all schools and for SEM, as we know. What challenges did you guys face, and how did you overcome them exactly? And this is directed to all three of you. Anyone can jump in.
Well, we have a very open door policy in our office. We keep Hershey Kisses for anybody, students, faculty to come in, the clink of the jar all day long, connecting with kids and faculty. So to walk away from our office and start meeting with everyone on a scheduled time frame through Zoom was a real pivot for us. We were about to start the college seminar, which is a term-long course in college research and applications with the juniors. We were finishing with the seniors who were making those crucial decisions about where they would enroll. And so we had to think how we could still give that one-to-one experience with the kids we've gotten to know and really love over the years. So for the seniors, the major work was done on the college process, but they missed those exciting accepted student events or walking on campus and falling in love with where they would go in the fall. And then they had to rely on more robust college tours or online visits. But I think by the end of May, everyone was happy and excited about where they were going. The juniors have a little more work that has been put on them because they couldn't do the visits in the spring to the colleges or over the summer. And we did do a college seminar in modules that was self-paced. A lot of them have done great work this summer in getting their applications ready, but I expect their college lists will be more fluid as they try to decide where to apply and how to apply this fall. The biggest question for the juniors has been testing because ACT and SAT has had to close down a lot of test centers because of COVID. So our test coordinator can tell you about those challenges.
Yeah, so I think for our juniors last year and now our seniors, as we just started the school year, you know, a lot of them had envisioned their college process with an SAT or ACT. And while, you know, there were thousands of colleges and universities that employed test optional or test flexible programs prior to COVID, the students, you know, thought that this would be part of their process. So it's hard to deviate from that when you have your mind set on what the process looks like and what students have done prior to them. So helping them to really let them know that it's okay. It's not, you know, a SEM issue or a specific student, but that it's really a global issue. There's just not access to testing. So we have a good plan to hopefully give seniors the opportunity to take an SAT here at SEM in October. And we'll just have to kind of continue to be flexible and help students navigate their applications. And our message has been control what you can. They can control their research. They can control their writing and their work on their essay and their supplemental essays and questions. So engaging with us one-on-one has been a lot more fluid this summer, and we expect to continue that this fall. So controlling what you can is our main message right now.
Well, that's great.
It's an interesting time on college and university campuses right now. And the fall season, Jane, like you said, is when students would visit campuses and talk with the admission counselors about their programs that their institutions offer. I remember even as a student visiting with admission counselors on Wyoming Seminary's campus. So how have those things changed? How are those visits happening now?
I think I'll go ahead and try to provide some response to that. We actually continue to partner with a lot of college admission reps, and we're very lucky. We've sort of been friend building over the years. And so when it came time to make a decision about how to get those college reps to campus, it made so much sense to just become virtual visits. And so what students can do is that they can sign up through their Naviance accounts to visit with college reps. So it's almost exactly like what you're seeing here. The representative will Zoom in, our students will jump on that Zoom, and they can interact directly with the admission rep, who will most likely be reading applications from our school. And I think we're up to about 75 schools that have already signed up for virtual visits. In fact, there's one happening right now while we're recording this session. We have visits at 8 a.m., noon, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. And again, students do register through the Naviance accounts, but certainly if they have questions about it, they can reach out to me or to their counselor. So they were great visits to have, and we love giving gift bags and, really exchange with the reps. But I think we're making up for it. And so it's, and reps have been really great about just saying, hey, pass my email along. I'd be happy to talk with the student. So there's been that. And then certainly colleges themselves have been putting out wonderful virtual programs for kids of all class levels. They're not just for seniors, to familiarize themselves with colleges. The virtual tours are very good. And also we've partnered with some other independent schools for a virtual college fair that's going to be coming up. And also our professional organization, the Pennsylvania Association of College Admission Counseling, is putting together some fall college fairs. So as crazy as it sounds, in some ways, even though that, what does campus feel like, opportunity is not there for all campuses, students do have even more ways to connect with colleges and to really get on campuses and kind of get a tour of them without leaving their own kitchen table.
You may not know the exact answer to this, but are a majority of schools letting live tours go on? What are you seeing as far as that type of trend? Are they trying to limit that even if they're in school in person?
Yeah, actually, as a mom of a senior, I can tell you we've done a lot of virtual tours, but we have actually been able to get to campuses. So really the best thing that anybody can do is just get on a college's admission website and see if they are offering tours. We also certainly, our own alumni network, Young Alum Network of recent grads, 3, 2, and 1 years out, will be on some college campuses. So I'm sure there would be ways to arrange some Zooms or some FaceTime so kids can actually sort of, maybe even, I've even joked with a couple of alums, like, would you wear a GoPro and just like walk around through your perspective? I don't know if we have that set up yet, but it certainly would be a fun idea to pursue.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
I would also think all these virtual tours actually makes it a little bit easier to see a school maybe out west that you wouldn't typically be able to get to, or they might not come to our campus. So the virtual world that we are now living in almost expands the horizons of what is out there for us to look at in terms of convenience factor. Like 7 o'clock, you can go and look at a school and not have to worry about like, okay, we need a whole week to go out there. If we're going to go to 1, we might as well go to 5 more. Like the convenience of like, they'll come to you now. I'm sure that is really opening up some kids' lists of where they're going to look at.
It is pretty amazing what's out there. So.
Yeah, that's great. So besides obviously what Anne just spoke about, what other programs are you guys planning for the fall that's specifically going to help students and obviously parents, because it's really hard on the parents, I'm sure, navigate this college search process?
That's a great question, Liz. We really have, with technology, with Zoom, we've really been able to actually reach our parent population, especially our boarding parents, and even our local parents, more frequently than we may have if, life was as normal as it was with a really busy schedule, bouncing around to things, it's allowed us to reach more people. So this past summer, we hosted a few webinars for all the grade levels and parents on how to maximize student summer. We hosted one on how to pay for college and plan for it financially. We also hosted one for seniors. All grade levels were welcome, but probably the most relevant for seniors and postgraduates, about essay writing and supplemental essays. So we have a robust plan to continue those webinars. Some are grade level programming. We actually have one coming up on September 15th for the class of 2021. And then as we work through the fall term, we'll continue to publicize those and work with each class, at various points when it's appropriate to help engage them in the process. And all of those webinars will be recorded and posted in the SEM portal, so students and parents and faculty and staff can find them in the portal. We also have links to town halls and webinars hosted by colleges and universities that anyone can join. So there's 5 counselors in our office, and we receive hundreds of emails every day with virtual events, and we're making sure to post those in the SEM portal so students and parents can have access to them as well.
I would like to promote a webinar on September 29th that I'm hosting on how to enjoy your students' college process. So hopefully I'll be offering some tips to parents on how to make it a fun experience that brings people together rather than, have you done this or have you done that? I had to ground my own son to get him to fill out his application. He couldn't go out over Thanksgiving, and I swore that wouldn't happen to my other families. So September 29th, look for the invite.
Great. That sounds awesome. My parents probably could have used that as well with the 4 of us. Yeah. So,
well,
awesome.
Well, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. We know that your office is quite busy in the fall and even busier in the spring. So it's much appreciated. And it's nice to see that your office has shifted to a virtual world and giving more options if than possible. So thank you again and have a wonderful, wonderful school year.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.